Rydall here, founder of the Law of Emergence and author of the best-selling books Emergence and the Abundance Project. And I'm coming today to talk about something that I think is such an important distinction we need to make, which is the real cause of political and racial and economic and environmental issues, the real cause of that nobody is actually talking about. And I'm not saying that there's not actual issues in all of these areas. There's not problems in government. There's not problems in the systems and structures of justice and the economies that create racial injustice, that there's not problems in the police department and all of that. Yes, there are lots of systemic problems that are hurting our planet, that are hurting people, and that seem to be governed by politicians and outer structures. But I really want you to think about something for a moment. What's the cause of all of that? And I've been talking a lot lately about the need for us to reclaim our agency and our power, but I want to go more specifically. Was slavery the cause of the problems we have now? Or was slavery the result of a deeper problem? And I'm here to say that it was a deeper problem, which was profit, which was a profit motive, which was based on consumerism. That we live in a country, and largely in the West, that's more about consumption and getting more and more than it is about creation. That we have been fooled, we have been hypnotized, we have been blinded in a belief, a hypnotic spell that we're consumers, that we showed up in this world empty and lacking, and we have to go out and get what we need and get a lot of it and get more and more of it. And over time, we've been convinced that the more we have, the better we are, the stronger we are, the more power we have. And we've developed a consciousness of consumption rather than a consciousness of creation. And it's made us believe that we are lacking, that we are empty, that we ourselves don't have agency and power. And so given the right conditions and the right distortion of an ego, that's going to cause a person to become greedy, to make profit over people, over planet, and then begin to build systems where the only way to survive and thrive according to the status quo of a consumer-based economy is to have more and more and more, and to have it in such a way that is unsustainable. So now you have to enslave people. And so the slavery was the symptom of the belief that we are consumers, that we of ourselves are lacking, that someone or something outside of us has got what we need. And over time, we've been convinced through a consumer-driven culture that we need more. One iPhone is not good enough. We need to get the number 9, the number 10, the number 11, right? We have to get the next car, the new car, the bigger house, the better house. Even people living on the streets have cell phones. And there was a time when we didn't have cell phones. Were we okay? 100% okay. Suddenly we can't live without it. Why? We've been indoctrinated and enculturated and hypnotized that we are lacking. And all advertising and marketing is primarily designed to make you believe and feel that you're lacking something, that you don't have enough, that you aren't enough. And a lot of you heart-centered, spiritually inclined people, that's going to cause you to respond a certain way. But a person who's stuck in an even deeper sense of neurosis, they're going to grow up to become, greedy and to become the individuals, the titans of industry. Now, I'm not saying again that we shouldn't be building a business or we shouldn't be living a purpose or that there's any problem with building something big. But are you building it merely to consume and have more and more and more? Or are you building a life and a structure that allows you to give and create more and more and more? Why is politics so corrupt? It's because it's all about money and power. Because the more money and power you have, the more they can consume. If you take money out of politics, suddenly you level the playing field again. Why is the environment so messed up? And even the green movement isn't helping. Because what we haven't laid the axe at the root of is consumption. if we want to keep consuming more and more and more and believe that's where our life comes from, that's where our worth and our value and our fulfillment and our safety comes from, then we're never ever going to solve the problem of the environment. We're never ever going to solve the problem in politics. It's at the root of it, it's the belief that we're consumers, that we're separate from what really feeds us and fills us up, instead of the truth that we are creators. You are not the consumer of life. You are the creator of it. And I want to go even further. I don't mean just consuming things. I mean consuming beliefs, consuming ideas, consuming emotions. You've been brought up, many of us have been brought up to consume the contagious feelings in our environment, and then to consume the beliefs of others, and then to consume the things, and you become what you eat, right? So we imbibe and embody the thoughts, the beliefs, the ideas, and we believe that's who we are, and we believe the world out there is the way it is, and we believe that we are at the whim of the world and of conditions. And if we can just get more, we'll be enough. We'll be safe. No, we will never get enough of what we're not really hungering for. You will never get enough. And you can't just merely fight the system and tear down the system, because you'll just end up taking another place or creating another structure still based on a lie, which is that something out there has to change in order for me to be okay. No. It's about us reclaiming our sovereignty, reclaiming our agency, remembering made in the image and likeness of God, of the Creator, means we are creators. Not just creators of a book or a program or a story, but yes, creators of our story and creators of our entire world. And even now, in all of this, the message still is somebody or something out there has to change for me to be okay. And what that's really driven by at the political level is largely individuals seeking to gain power, seeking to consume. We really are living in the matrix where the individuals and the structures of power are plugged into us and are consuming our life force. And it's time we unplug ourselves and we become the individuals and the creators of our own life again. I'm telling you what I've been seeing and sensing so deeply. And I would love to hear your thoughts and feelings about this, but I really want you to get that when you understand that you and you alone are the creator of your life, the creator of your thoughts, the creator of your beliefs, the creator of your story, the creator of everything you need in your life, and you're no longer seeking to receive energy from the world. You're no longer looking to get something from anyone or anything, but you are taking your place and taking a stand as an individualized expression of infinite existence, infinite power, infinite possibility, and infinite substance. And you begin to create from there. You can say, let there be light, and there will be light. That's how powerful you are. And so I really want to invite you to look at your own life right now. Begin to look and see how much of your day and your week and your month is spent consuming rather than creating. How much of your day are you taking in what everybody else is saying and thinking, watching the news, scrolling through Facebook? And I'm glad you're here now, but nevertheless, how much are you consuming other people's content, other people's ideas, other people's feelings and thoughts? Now, you may not even know it. You just walk around and you're in a bad mood, or you're sad, or you're mad, or you're upset. You've caught the contagion. You've caught the virus of fear and doubt and worry, and you are consuming it. You are feeding on it, and it becomes addictive. You become addicted to those toxic chemicals flowing through your system. And you don't even know anymore that you are feeding on the emotions and the beliefs that are in the field. Stop it. Let's stop it. Now, it takes work. You have to begin to notice, how much am I setting the tone for my day? How much am I generating the emotions I want to feel? Generating the thoughts I want to think? Claiming the beliefs I want to believe? Creating the relationships I want to have? Developing the character and being the change I want to be and see in the world instead of making it somebody else's responsibility? Whether you're black, white, male, female, Asian, Latino, it doesn't matter. Again, there are issues and structures and problems and individuals that are meant to change them. They need to become the creators in that area. But most of you, that's not your work. Most of you are focused on your circle of concern and you're consuming all the hypnotic spells and fears and beliefs and energy of the world that's taking you down and making your system toxic. Instead of focusing on your circle of influence, which starts with who am I? What am I made for? What am I made of? What is the truth about me? Not the story my parents told me or my friends told me or the teachers told me or the government tells me. Don't be a political pawn in politicians' power grab, okay? Because they're hypnotizing you and they're making you think they're there for you. That's not the truth. And you're consuming that and being led like lemmings off the cliff. Whether you're Democrat or conservative, it's happening on both sides. Stop being a consumer. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't eat and we shouldn't learn and we shouldn't study and we shouldn't read. There is a place for consumption, just like you have to breathe in, take in the oxygen, and then you have to breathe out and circulate it. But I want you to look at your life and seeing how much are you taking in versus how much you're putting out. And is what you're putting out yours? Does it really belong to you? Are you creating from your sovereign source, from a deeper commitment and dedication to who you really are and why you're alive and what you're really made of, which is divine, which is cosmic, which is infinite? Whatever the color of your skin or gender or sexual preference, that does not limit you. You are an individualized expression of God, of life, of truth, of power. And no politician and no police and no economic system has any power over the individual that reclaims their sovereign power and source and becomes the creator of their life. Like Nelson Mandela when he was in prison for 23 to 26 years, and that poem Invictus where he said no matter what, he reclaimed, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I am the creator of my life. Nobody else. And I'm going to reorganize and reorient my life so that I am mostly being the creator of it rather than the consumer of it. I'm going to create the thoughts, the feelings, the vision, the story, the beliefs, and the things, and the relationships, and the body, and the heart that I want, that I stand for. I'm going to become the change I want to see in the world instead of waiting for the world to change or waiting for my spouse to change or my parents or my kids or the politicians. No, that's not going to change until we do, until you do, until we remember we are not consumers. We do not receive life, we generate life. Life does not happen to us, it happens through us and as us. And whatever is missing is what we're not giving and generating. And whenever we go into a room or a relationship, the only thing we can meet is what we bring. Whatever you meet is what you bring. And if you are mostly consuming the world's thoughts, beliefs, fears, feelings, values, then you're going to be stuck in a loop and you're going to be fodder for them to feed off of, and you're going to be a victim of circumstances. But if you really take this to heart, it ends today. You're not a consumer, you're a creator. You are the creator, uniquely individualized as you, as only you can bring it, as only the world you can create, a world that is of love and truth and beauty and abundance and harmony and wholeness. That's what's in you. And I hope you'll take the charge today and join this movement of creators, change makers who start by being the change themselves. I love and appreciate you. Share your comments and thoughts. Share this with friends or family or associates, because we have to extract ourselves from this hypnotic spell that's happening right now. It's thick, people, and we have to pull ourselves out and reclaim our place as sovereign beings with the full divine capacity to create our life and our world according to divine values and a higher vision. So I hope this supports you and serves you. By the way, stay tuned. Coming up very soon, I'm going to be announcing my Changemaker Challenge, where I'm going to support you even more in this. It's going to be a free 7-day challenge, so stay posted. Again, share this with friends and loved ones. Comment below. I often go in there and comment back. And until next time, remember to live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny. Take care.